Hey guys, I'm Alpha Lorraine and welcome to Divine Goddess Beauty. Today I'm going to channel a general collective reading and update of the Divine Masculine energy. What does your masculine want you to know? How are they feeling? What are they going through? We're going to answer some of these questions today. Now, before we get into the reading, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me to get a more accurate in-depth reading on your journey with your counterpart and your individual specific energies, go to divinegoddessbeauty.com. In the contact page, there is a list of several different types of readings and also other services that I can provide for you. And you can schedule those with me, okay, on the contact form. Also, if you want to know what my clients use to master their twin flame union, click the link down below and it'll take you to a video that walks you through the simple 4 steps, the 4 shifts that my clients use to master twin flame union with their counterpart. And not only just twin flame union, but the ultimate twin flame union of your dreams, what you truly desire to establish with your counterpart for the long term, okay? So all the links are down below. You can schedule any of that on my website at divinegoddessbeauty.com if you want to be a part of the program and get some individual coaching. That's going to be the best thing for you to really help you shift fully into your knowing, in your divine feminine essence, to attract this union in the proper way that's going to be towards your highest heart happiness, okay? You're going to learn the simple, easy steps. And also, you know, you'll be able to work with me one-on-one each week to answer those in-depth, hard to understand questions that may be blocking you from being able to move forward. So I can help you with all of this. Okay, so the initial energy of this reading today, I pulled out the Celebrate card. So this is the overall energy of your union right now, of your connection with your masculine. I'm hearing your masculine wants to congratulate you on how profound you have really taken all the steps to get to your highest self, to overcome the obstacles. I know it's been hard for you, and it's been hard for them too. As difficult as it is for us, it's just as difficult for the counterpart as well. Some say that, you know, the divine feminines have it harder because they know all of this and they just want it to come to fruition, and it hasn't yet, you know. And then the masculines think that they have it harder because they don't have any idea. They don't have that foresight that the feminines do. I think it's an equal balance of energies, you know. Whatever you feel your counterpart feels, whatever you focus on, they will focus on, you know. Focus on your energy. I feel like you're getting better about doing this. You're getting better about stepping into your own light, your own divinity, your own autonomy as a soul, as a being. And that's how you connect with your counterpart. I saw 333 on the timer, okay? That's all about ascended mastery, okay? And the ascended masters are here with you to help you as well today during this reading. And in the overall energy of this day, there's a lot of beautiful energies taking place in the collective. As far as astrologically, I don't pay too much attention to that, because when you focus too much outside of yourself, you are giving your power away. You are taking your energy out of your soul knowing, your own inner consciousness that is, and you are searching. And when you are in that energy of searching, you're in an energy of lack. So the more I develop into my own divine essence and come back into my soul self, my soul center, the less I actually do. And you might have noticed I haven't really done a lot of these readings lately, and it's been intuitively guided because I don't want to do this for an outcome or even to save you, to help you. Spirit is really drawing us to to do less. And that has a lot to do with soul mission. When it comes to this twin flame connection and our own soul mission, we get attached to the wrong idea of why we're going into soul mission and the purpose of that. And we get too attached on the outcome of it and not really doing it for the right reasons. And even though I definitely, resonate with this journey more than anything, the more that I want to sit down and do, write articles, come out with messages, Spirit's telling me, no, it's time for you to give to yourself right now. And that is a divine reflection, a mirror for you. So this is a message for someone out there today that might need to hear this, that it's not about trying to come up with an outcome or, gain more finances or, oversharing your energy when it's not needed. You need to also trust that the divine is working for your highest good. So if I can't get a message out there in a time that my ego thinks would be appropriate, I know that the divine creator has created other pathways for you to reach as well. There's tons of readers on YouTube. There's tons of information out there. I'm not the only one. So, I've really been drawn to invest my energy in clients that are serious about taking those steps and who really want to do the work and who, aren't afraid to pay for services. Okay, it has to be an equal give and take. So a lot of my time has been spent with my clients who are very serious. I want to give them the full support because I know that I have the answers, and it's not just about being a mirror. I'm the only coach out there that's going to give you solid answers to those hard questions. Okay, I'm not going to ask you like a therapist, well, how does that make you feel? And let you reflect on your own and just spin your wheels. I'm gonna give you clear, solid answers, okay, guys? So if you feel called to work with me one-on-one, please don't hesitate. I have actually, you can book a call with me to see if this is a good program for you, to see if you fit into this program. It is $50, but that $50 will go into the initial cost of the program. So that will be added into that, okay? So it won't be wasted money. But that is to ensure that I am getting people that are very serious and aren't gonna waste my time and energy too. Let's just be real, okay? So this is all about coming back into yourself, your self-worth, and doing what feels good to you and being able to share an equal give and take, with those that you can help, okay? And that's why I do these readings as well, because I do want to be able to give you some free advice also. You can also follow my private Facebook group, the Ultimate Twin Flame Union, and there's a lot of inspirational posts, articles, and other things that I provide for free for potential clients. So that is a way to keep up with me as well if you are more interested in taking this journey further, okay? But that is a message for you guys today from Spirit, to really have more self-love, more self-worth, and to take time out for you, okay? And to do things in divine timing when it feels right, when you feel like you're not overworking yourself, okay? So someone needs to hear that today. I hope that resonated with some of you, because I think on this journey that is becoming a big issue for a lot of feminines in the collective, okay? And it can be very frustrating. It can put you in a tailspin and send you further back on your journey and make you question a lot of things. So, you really need to master your own autonomy and question the reasons why you're doing things. Even if you think that you're doing it from a place of love, you have to question how your body feels. You have to question your energy, you know, and sometimes doing less is exactly where we need to be. You know, this journey is all about coming back to the soul and stepping away from the ego. We are just as much an ego in 3D templates as the masculines, you know, wherever you are on your journey, they reflect that. So if your masculine seems like they are hardcore 3D, you're mirroring that exactly, you know, 50-50 energy. Okay, so even if you think you're on the spiritual journey, if for some reason you think that you are the one with all the answers and that your masculine is unawakened, you are in ego. You are not in spiritual energy. You're not connected to your soul, because your soul knows that beyond all of the mental meanderings, you know, there's that deep knowing, that deep resonance, and your masculine is just as divine, just as powerful, just as knowledgeable as you are, and they are bringing you back to your own power and autonomy. And there's 11:11 on the timer. So let's get started, okay, guys? So again, all the links are down below if you're interested. Feel free to reach out. And let's see where your masculine's energy is. We've got hostilities. So what I'm getting from this is there's something below the surface that you're not really so attached to the fears around this type of energy coming up. This is what I'm getting from this is almost like a phantom energy, okay? The universe right now is testing you to see if you're going to fall back into old patterns and fears of control. So when you, in a subconscious way, think that your masculine is still holding on to hostility towards you in any reason, that's a sign for you that you're focusing on the wrong thing. So this is just phantom energy. Like I said, these things are going to come up the more you push further into your journey, the more you release and let go and stop looking on the outside for validation. These type of cycles are going to dissipate, okay? So what message does your masculine want to convey behind this message? We have Angel of Balance. So they are further wanting you to seek that deep knowledge within yourself, within your soul center, and to find balance within. This connection can go back all the way back to even the Egyptian times. Maybe you have shared a past life with this person and it has created a lot of deep 3D knowledge about fear, ego, illusions. And what the angels are saying here is you actually hold the key within you. You might remember these things. It might be in your DNA through your ancestry of pain and trauma. But you hold something deeper, wiser, more pure. And that is held within your inner child, okay? If you can remember those parts of you that were in the moment as a child, the things that naturally made you feel at peace, naturally made you happy, the things that you just naturally understood from a higher level before you got attached to emotion, trauma, and pain. The key is within you. So the more that you can actually, this is advice for some of you, is this time would be really powerful for you to meditate and ask for help from your angels, especially Archangel Michael is going to be here to help you with protecting yourself against your own mental battles, negative thoughts, you know, any sort of you know, psychic entanglements from outside energies. The more that you, even especially at nighttime before you go to bed, call on Archangel Michael to stand by your bedside and to protect you from engaging with astral attack, psychic attack, anything like that, okay? So for a lot of you, you may be having epiphanies at nighttime or dreams that disturb you. Take those with a grain of salt. This is just old trauma trying to come back up. And what Spirit is saying is that you no longer need to hold on to these templates. You already have the answers inside you. You already know your power, your truth, how much you are loved at your core, in your essence. And the more you can allow yourself to reshape what you focus on, be more in the moment, you know? So at nighttime, you know, instead of trying to figure out what you're going to do about finances or this or that might seemingly be going wrong in your life, that is a reflection that you're focusing in the wrong direction. You need to focus on, you know, maybe being more present, enjoying how good it feels to have a roof over your head, to be able to lay in a comfortable bed and, you know, allow yourself to feel again, okay? So that's a big message for a lot of you. So what does your divine masculine want you to know? We have the temple path. So what I'm getting from this is you are being divinely guided back to soul center, back to soul truth, and your masculine is meeting you there. So the more that you can come back to center, the more that your masculine remembers. They remember this love, they recognize this love, and they appreciate it beyond a doubt. You know, they know that you're the one. They really want me to say that. The masculines want you to know that you are the one for them. And the more that you can believe this and keep your energy and vibration at that level without dropping into doubt and fear, the faster you're going to be able to shift your 3D reality. So right now, for a lot of the collective, we are actually shifting into a new phase. We are shifting out of the trauma healing and the triggering. We've learned those lessons. And now we're actually literally shifting from 5D to 3D, bringing 5D into 3D, okay? So the more that you're able to release and recognize your worth and how divine you are, how loved you are, and to truly be in a place of authentic gratitude, you're gonna start seeing solutions come up for you for things that you may have previously been worried about. Okay, so this is the divine redirecting you back to your inner knowing, your inner being, okay, and unity consciousness. So what else do we have here? Rest and reconsider. So I'm getting this as well. This is a time for a lot of feminines to take a step back and give to yourself. Allow yourself to really transmute and neutralize a lot of the lessons you've learned, and give yourself a pat on the back as well. Give yourself a break. Allow yourself to really be in the moment and to stop doing so much. Stop trying to be the caregiver to everyone around you. Stop, there's just so many things that we think we have to do. We have a whole list every day of things we need to get done. Maybe, some of those things aren't as important as we think they are. So, that's definitely a message for some of you that need to hear that. You need to have a little more self-love, take care of yourself. The world around you is a reflection of your own self-worth and your own value. And, if you keep playing into the templates that you are not seen, that you are not heard, that you are not loved, you're going to get that reflection, even if it's an illusion. And it's going to hurt because you're not going to be able to see clearly. You're not going to be able to understand. But when you can rise through the smoke and the mirrors, you will be able to see clearly again. And a lot of times that means just standing still. When waters become still, you're able to see them clearly. You're able to see things clearly, okay? So if things get tense, it's time to take a step back, take a nap, you know, eat some healthy food, ground yourself, and shut off your mind, you know, and allow for that energy to dissipate. Instead of jumping in full force, trying to come up with your own solutions, rely on the divine and trust that everything is working out for your highest good. So how is your counterpart feeling for you? We have duality. Yeah, so your counterpart, right now there's still this residual energy of this dualistic energy. But what I'm seeing here is there's a lot of appreciation for that. There is this cycle that is closing out where your masculine is actually seeing the truth of things. So they may even be kind of going back into old thoughts and patterns of times where they felt like you let them down, you walked away from them because you thought they walked away from you. You're actually walking away from yourself. You're turning your back on yourself when this happens. And your masculine feels that. They feel rejected. They feel like you don't trust them. It's an energy. Okay, so they are just, this seems like past energy here. They're going over some of these old hostilities and seeing how it no longer serves them. They're seeing the truth beyond that, because we do have this bird here flying out from the cycle, flying away from the cycle, but, you know, being present in the memory of it and having gratitude for those lessons. And I just saw 2202 on the timer. If that resonates for someone, you know, that means it's a very powerful energy in regards to duality, in regards to things coming about in a positive way, despite how things look, you know, in the physical. So right now, it's a time to really focus on your inner being and not focus yourself outward so much. Okay, have gratitude for those lessons learned and understand that mirroring energy, and you know that you no longer have to embrace those cycles anymore. You can embrace the lesson and move forward. And that's why the woman in this card is smiling. You know, she may have a mask on because there's still a little bit of residual energy of you needing to continue to release that ego mentality. But there is this happiness underneath because you know the truth. You know that the two of you have been brought together for something higher. And that's where these deer come in from. That's the divine masculine and the feminine. Okay, so two true counterparts seeing each other as the perfect divine mirror, perfect equals. What else do we have for you? We have truth. So, you know, again, this is all about learning those lessons, mastering cycles, and giving yourself the love that you seek, and allowing yourself to receive love as well, okay? You may even be getting some signs and synchronicities or seeing animal totems. And it may not even be specifically a wolf or a deer, but it could be any sort of animal totem. So if you run into that, it would be really good for you to kind of look up what that animal totem means for you, because it could be a message of what you need to do or what you need to work on in regards to, you know, fully healing this cycle and moving through it. Okay, so what else do we have? What is your masculine currently going through right now? We have shine. So yeah, they are rising above these energies. Like I said, these phantom energies are showing themselves just as a reflection of the lessons learned, and that they are no longer necessary. Your masculine is actually shifting out of that 3D energy and coming into divine union, okay? They are really seeing the expansiveness of this. And so even if there may be some residual hurt because of losses that the two of you have experienced with one another through these lessons learned, they understand the divine reason for it, and that truly nothing is lost, that the love is still there, that none of the cups have really spilt over, nothing that was of true worth. Everything that you may have thought you lost was really only superficial. So that's a big message for you guys as well. I also feel called to pull another, yeah, we have observe here. So again, this is an energy, yeah, new vitality is under that, number one. So underneath all of this energy that's trying to kind of present itself to you as past energy, thank it for presenting itself to you, and bless it and let it go, release it. Allow yourself to be the observer, because underneath this is that new vitality that's shining through. And we have refusing to see on the bottom of the deck. So that actually wasn't the card that I was trying to show you, but that needs to come out. Wow, and we have coming together. So I don't know where the new vitality card went. I think because I split the deck when I pulled this, it was underneath it, but the new vitality card has that rainbow coming down, if you saw it a minute ago. So this is actually the perfect card. So this is you needing to come back into the point of being the observer without judgment, okay? Allowing these cycles to kind of come in and out, and not feeding your energy into them, but thanking them, having the understanding, and realizing that you know better and that better things are coming. Okay, so it's ironic that we have refusing to see on the bottom of the deck. There's another number 2, okay? So this is all about that dualistic energy. So what needs to be cleared between you and your counterpart right now is that refusing to see that your counterpart has come into their wholeness, that they have come into energetic union with you. You already are one, and there's that need to really release that mentality, okay? You need to trust. Spirit's saying you need to trust. You need to take your energy off of the person and put it back on yourself, you know, really allow yourself to start making more time for things that you enjoy each and every day, even if it's just a few minutes of a day. You know, you need to start implementing that if you haven't been doing that already. And with time, you need to start doing more and more of that, okay? Adding a little bit more each day. You'll be surprised at how many positive opportunities start opening up for you when you start shifting into that energy of allowing yourself to receive, okay? And that's where this energy is coming in together, and that's another number 2. So this is on the flip side of the dualistic energy. Isn't that interesting? So this is on the bottom of the deck, and this was on the top of the deck, both number 2s, and 22 is 1111. So this is that flip side of the coin. So you can choose. You have the ability to choose what you focus on, and what you focus on grows. Focus on the love. Focus on the 5th dimensional reality of what truly makes you feel good. And this is not always, you know, a picture perfect ideal. When you meditate and you visualize your future with your masculine, the real ideal is focusing on how that makes you feel. How does that energy make you feel when you imagine that, you know, perfect outcome with your counterpart? It's the essence, it's the feeling of that you want to remember. when you find yourself shifting out of that, when you find your body getting tense, when you find yourself getting stressed, you are not in that energy. And therefore you are attracting other things that are like that energy into your world unconsciously. So doing this, making this more of a practice is going to really benefit you in regards to becoming more mindful. And that's what this observe energy is all about, becoming more mindful of yourself and your triggers. It's not really anyone outside of you. Everyone outside of you is you. They are you reflecting your own energy back to you. Okay, when you focus on how people do you wrong, how people don't see you, how people treat you in a negative way, they are just mirrors to that reality, because you are focusing on not being worthy. And when you have deep hidden guilt within your system of unworthiness, you think that you are only, you think that you aren't worthy of more than that. And so that's what's being reflected to you if you experience that. So it's just an indicator to be mindful. You know, what is triggering this, and how do I need to shift my energy and let this ideal or thought pattern go? Okay, you need to shift back into this energy of that union, that love within your heart. And you need to realize too that there's nothing that you have to do in the physical to control that, to, you know, that repels your masculine's energy. When you can just feel it and stay in that feeling, that's what pulls them in. And the moment you start thinking, where are they? You get back into a space of lack. So this is all about just soul mastery, guys. This is all about coming into your own autonomy and your own self-worth with the divine, your own connection with source energy, okay? So this is what the twin flame journey is redirecting you to do, and that is true unconditional love, okay? So that's a very powerful message I have for you guys today. Very powerful, and I think that is a big lesson that a lot of us are going through right now in the collective. So before we go today, I do want to pull an angel message for you. We have balance, which we did just get the balance card earlier. And did you know that the celebrate card, you know, this is a card of balance too, but in the purest way of actually being in that energy of balance. So you need to really focus more on perfecting your own energy. All right, so we have difference is necessary part of human evolution, and everything in life is comprised of opposites, which together make life whole. If you light a candle in a room already flooded with light, the light of your candle would be indistinguishable from the light which already exists. Because of darkness, we are able to perceive light. Both are necessary. And I just saw 3333 on the timer. Huge confirmation, guys, that this is soul mastery level stuff. You guys are really coming into your own autonomy, your own divine birthright of your inner truth and your inner soul worth. You are coming into true, that true, mastery level of your own divinity, your own goddess energy. And hopefully the more and more that you come into that, the more that you can embrace and actually remember the feeling of having everything you need at some other time and space. That's what this energy is drawing you back into, that heaven state. Okay, guys, so I want to pull some messages from your counterpart, what they want you to know. What does the divine masculine want the feminine to know today in this reading? What does the divine masculine want the feminine to know today in this reading? I listen to the signs. Your masculine is listening to the signs. So the more that you can get into this state of observance and balance, coming into the temple path of your soul, your masculine is coming into their own autonomy. You are one soul. They're not separate from you. That's only perception. It's illusion. So the more that you are remembering yourself and the love within you, the more that they are reflecting this. Okay, and we are in harmony. Wow, so this is union energy. This is union. We are in union. We are in harmony. So at the ultimate base level, the core level, you have already come into this mastery. So old things are just coming back up. Like I said, this is phantom energy trying to represent itself to see if you're gonna take the bait. Don't take it. Don't take it, feminines. What else? I daydream of you to keep my heart smiling. Really beautiful. And when you're in that heart space, you can feel that. You remember that. You know that. What else? I want to wine and dine you. So this is what your masculine truly wants to give you. And this could be where the hostilities come up, because your masculine is still trying to transcend certain old patterns and energies so that they can figure out how to actually do this for you in the future. Okay, I see this as something that will happen naturally the more that the two of you come into physical union. The more that you drop expectations, the more that you just truly radiate that love, and not from a place of trying to convince your partner that you're in that energy, but just truly being in that receptive state of your true divine feminine essence. What else? We have, I manifested you. So you may think that you manifested your twin flame, but they're saying, I manifested you. And how good does that feel to know that you are the absolute number one person in someone's heart, in their mind, in their whole reality, that they created you and you created them. It's you know, equal give and take. Even at the beginning of my journey, when I used to look at all of me and my masculine's compatibility astrology reports, it even said in the report that he daydreamed as a child. He daydreamed about the perfect wife one day, meeting the perfect woman, and then when he met me, it was just that instant recognition, you know, and it was the same for me too. It says, I hope you only feel happy when you think of me. This is what your masculine is trying to reach out to you and say. This is why these hostile energies want to come up, because it's actually, anger is actually grief. You know, underneath anger is grief because of the inability of being seen or heard or loved, or being able to be understood or accepted. You know, your masculine somehow felt rejected by you because they weren't able to be this person that you wanted them to be. Okay, they hope that you only feel happy when you think of them. Okay, so that's an energy that you need to really, you know, try and perfect in your energy field of what you are focusing on the right things, focusing on what you're grateful for. Because, you know, when your masculine feels that energy, okay, when you shift, they shift. And when all you feel is happy when you think of them, it makes them feel blessed. It makes them feel happy. It makes them feel loved. It makes them feel accepted for who they really are. And then this is my heart, take it. So really sweet energy is coming out today. So this, you know, whoever's watching this, your masculine's heart is wide open. There is this coming together. This is green heart chakra energy. Okay. Number 2 for partnerships, union energy, despite that dualistic, you know, residual energy that wants to arise. See it as a way to be thankful. You know, see how you guys complement each other and not how you combat, you know. Start looking at things from the right perspective and you will see things shift, okay? So that's a beautiful message. Before we go, I do want to pull a Rumi Oracle card for you guys and read the message. So what do we have for you today? Divine discontent. What a perfect message to really sum up the energy of this reading. This is the energy, and this almost looks like phantom energy. Like it looks like it's just a facade, an illusion that's kind of breaking away. You're seeing it for what it is. You're recognizing this discontent. You're recognizing it for what it is, and that you see now that this is what's keeping you from actually receiving what you truly desire. So I'm going to read this from the book for you. Winter falls upon us, so spring can bring new growth. Cry the tears, allow the longing. Sadness brings surrender and a deep desire to be free. I did see a post today about how crying can be very healing, and in many cultures that is a really sacred thing. So that could be a message for some of you today, that you may need to just allow yourself to kind of get out that old energy. Okay, so doing these meditations and working with Archangel Michael will really help you with this. I know your heart. I hear it breaking and groaning in darkest night when you imagine yourself to be silently cast adrift in sleep. It speaks to me, that sacred heart of yours, whispering its longing and bemoaning its divine discontent. It knows when something is amiss. It senses that something is not quite right as yet. There is a piece of the puzzle missing. Even in its tremendous gratitude for all that is, and there is much gratitude and sweet appreciation in that precious heart of yours, there is a murmuring, a questing. It cries out to heaven, vouchsafe me a blessing. I don't know how to pronounce that. I cannot go on. I am broken and in need of your tenderness for healing. I am empty and in need of filling, not with stuff and bits, but with the most precious nectar of divine fulfillment. Nothing else will satisfy me. Please, please restore me to wholeness. I can bear this missing piece, this broken disarray no longer. I listen and I cajole that wise heart of yours. I praise it for its honesty and longing, for the longing is an irresistible perfume to the beloved, attracting the only salve that will soothe the divine discontent of your truth-speaking heart, that of divine presence, absolute and unquestionable. Let me know if this is resonating for you guys. Leave a comment below. There is a sense within you, perhaps quite obvious to your conscious mind, or perhaps only dimly registered as an unnameable underlying sense of anxiety that something in your life is not quite right. It may be the sense, even amongst so much gratitude, of a yearning yet to be met, a longing yet to be fulfilled and satisfied. This is the pain of the awakening heart. That heart is capable of bliss and ecstatic reverence for the sheer beauty and wonder of creation. Yet as the heart matures, there will be a process of deep, passionate longing that awakens for the divine. It is the impatience for the caress of the great lover, for the presence of the divine to come to you. Over time, that longing will grow from a mild inner sense of incompleteness, needing to become whole. It will develop into a holy fever, a sacred rage, a stamping of dance feet, a pounding of fists upon the altar, and a longing so deep and distressing that one may well break into tears at the impossibility of bearing the pain of apparent separation for even a moment longer. Where is my beloved? Cries the awakening heart. I call for my beloved, and yet I am here, still waiting. I can stand this no longer. As devotion grows and passion for the divine intensifies, so too does this yearning, so much that this may come to feel as though your heart is breaking for the divine, or perhaps you are not quite there yet. Your heart is attached to smaller gods, such as your status, your job, your lover, your body looking a certain way, or being able to live your life in a particular way. These smaller gods are not necessarily an issue, yet you have drawn this oracle, and so it is guidance for you that the divine wants to draw you closer. Sometimes that means we will have the meager meal wrested from our hands so we may feast upon something far more delectable and grand. The divine is a fiercely possessive lover. If there is a face of another beloved preventing you from longing for the divine embrace, and if you cannot see that it is the divine beloved within your lover that you are loving, well then something will be done by heaven. So make your relationships sacrosanct. Seek the divine in all things. When you cannot, when the power of lesser gods has you in its grip, acknowledge it. Bear witness to it. Do not chastise. Instead, be truthful. Let your heart break and lie prostrate on the floor, hands clenching and head bowed, as though only your sadness and plight could stir the heart of the divine beloved into descent of succor and grace, saving you from a life far too bland for your exquisite Epicurean palate. Just don't misinterpret the pain and think that something really is wrong. If you are surrounded by status and money and cannot understand why you should mourn, it is even more important that you allow yourself to do so. Mourning is to be felt. Understanding is not so relevant. But if you must seek understanding, then know this, dear blazing angel, you are just waking from the deepest slumber, and with your awakening heart, you are realizing a truth, a part of you deeper and wider, vaster and more instinctive, truthful and intelligent than your mind, is lonely for the divine embrace. This is right. This is sensible. This is sanity. It is the pain, the real noble pain of the heart that says there is something more than this inadequacy, this settling for plastic instead of precious gemstones, that must end now. I cannot be fed by pixelated sunsets and in imagination upon my computer screen. I yearn to be blasted by so much radiance and beauty, by the real thing, that I become stupefied. I must witness so much divine splendor that all I can utter is some incoherent grunt, my mind dissembled and my heart ignited by the presence of my beloved. I want to become a fumbling, ecstatic wreck in the presence of my beloved. I want to allow this pain, this yearning, this divine discontent to guide me to my holy lover, who, so my life may never be the same again. And so it shall be. The discontent divine growing within you is the beginning, not the destiny. Its purpose is to lead you into your greatest connection yet with divinity. Do not resist it. Witness it. Do not dismiss it, trying to cover up its smell with rose petals. Let your rank discontent be the pathway to divinity. Look beyond what is, what has been prized and treasured, and is now found to be plated and not the precious gold it was once esteemed to be. Don't be scared, for you are my sidekick on this great holy adventure. I am here, you see, just around the corner. I have you in my sights. Though you may not see me yet, I am holding a loaf of fresh bread, hot from the kitchen of the Creator, hoping to entice you with its wafting scent, tempting you to follow me on towards something far more substance. If you are still stuck on pine-scented air freshener, imagining it is anything akin to the wild scent of the pine forest for real, then how can I tempt you? Let the stench be the stench, then the fragrance of God can be discerned. And together we can leave what is left behind once and for all, grabbing like hungry school children for the divine bread with sweet, fresh scent filling the air. Now there's a sacred honoring ritual. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Say the following aloud. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, guide me now. I acknowledge the gratitude in my heart, genuine and fierce, and I acknowledge the hunger for the divine unfolding in my belly, the urging forward towards some unknown, indescribable sacred satiety. Guide me to the holy table where the true feast awaits. I am no longer satisfied by stale breadcrumbs or the remnants of another's feast. I want to feast with the Holy One, the Great One, to know directly and for myself that I am divine. With your mercy, grace, and wisdom, guide me there. Dearest brother of my soul, I cast my soul into your care and follow my nose. I follow my nose towards the sweetest scent of the holy feast. Rest or stand up and dance your prayer. Just be with your body and how it wants to be. To rest or move now. Whatever you choose, stay with your breath and with what feels truthful. Say aloud, I release that which is not worthy of my soul to feast upon. I do not decide this for myself from a place of disrespect or judgment. I surrender my attachment and I trust in the sacred workings of life to present to me what is needed. I surrender. I surrender in sacred trust. I surrender. May my life be governed by love for the greatest good and in holy service to love now. So be it. You have finished your sacred honoring ritual. Thank you so much, guys. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and please share this so that others can see it as well. And again, if you would like a personal reading or any work done with me, go to my website, divinegoddessbeauty.com. The links are down below. And, you can also follow my private Facebook page, The Ultimate Twin Flame Union. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Take care.